Okay, so I'm gonna give people just a couple reminders as far as safety goes. With these weather conditions that we're seeing in the central United States and kind of on the East Coast here, um, I know that Kansas has had a lot of ice. Missouri has had quite a bit of snow and ice. Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, all of that area, Tennessee. Um, if you're all up in these areas, um, please, please, please be safe. I am in north central Kentucky. There has been reports of major pileups and accidents on the I-64 freeway. Very, very dangerous situation today. Today is Sunday, January 5th, 2025. Um, you know, really do your best to be safe. Do not travel unnecessarily. If you must travel for any reason, be extra cautious, go slow, and have everything that you need in your car. Extra blankets, gloves, hats, hand warmers, snow shovels, batteries, flashlights, you know, snacks and food, water, um, a snow shovel, rock salt, anything that you need to make sure that you can handle an emergency situation safely. But if there is any travel that is unnecessary, please do not travel at all. Stay home. It's the best place to be, and it's the safest place to be in a situation like this. Next, you want to make sure with any power outages that are possible. That's a strong possibility with the ice that we're up against here. We've probably got a good 5 or 6 inches of snow on the ground already here where I'm at. You know, at home, what can you do if the power goes out? Number one, be safe. You know, make sure you have candles, lighters, oil lamps, lanterns, things like that. Battery powered things such as battery powered lanterns, flashlights, battery powered radios, extra battery banks to charge your cell phones, just any of that stuff. Make sure that stuff is all charged if you still have power, and just be ready. Another thing you can do if you still have power is turn your heat way up. I mean, I know it may be too warm and too hot for your comfort right now, but if you were to lose power, you want to make sure that your heat is way, way, way up, because you want to heat your home as much as possible, as you're approaching, the possibility of ice and freezing rain. Because in that window, if you can heat your house really well, should you lose power, that heat will last quite a while. So, next, make sure that you have any emergency things ready. Camp stoves, propane heaters, your propane grill, make sure that's ready to go. If you have a generator, make sure that's ready to go. And as a safety reminder with all this stuff, This stuff can be very helpful in an emergency situation, but if you do not use it properly and safely, they can be very dangerous and cause a lot of issues. Number one, you want to make sure that any heaters are away from anything flammable that could catch fire, because that could be another catastrophe on top of an emergency situation, which would not be good. Speaking of that, make sure that you have fire extinguishers on hand, you have working smoke alarms, and that the batteries are changed in those and ready to go. The next issue is carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide poisoning is very real, and it can happen if you are not careful. Particularly with gas generators, make sure that they're a safe distance away from your house, and make sure that the exhaust is going away from the house and that the wind is not blowing the exhaust towards the house. And then just make sure that you have working carbon monoxide detectors, and just be safe. Make sure your spaces are well ventilated, and make sure that you use propane devices that are rated for indoor or tent use. That's your best option and the safest option for using these propane items inside your home. Always make sure that you have everything in a row. Make sure that your gas tanks are full, everything like that, when you get chances to do that. And like I said, if there's any unnecessary travel, do not travel in these conditions. You're just asking for problems, and you're putting your life at risk. You're putting other people's lives at risk. It's not a good idea. So stay home as much as you can. If you must travel for any reason, like I said, take precautions. Make sure you have emergency items in your car, and make sure that you are always taking precautions and being extra careful on the roads. So be safe out there, stay warm, and have a good day. Bye-bye.